All right, let's talk about something that can completely change the game for you. We're going to explore a mindset that takes your work from just being another post online to a story people genuinely can't get enough of. It's all about shifting your perspective from creator to director.
Okay, let's just get right to it with a question that I think hits home for a lot of us. You're putting in the hours, you're making stuff, but it feels like you're just shouting into an empty room. What if I told you the problem isn't your content at all, but the mindset behind it?
And look, here's the bottom line. It's so simple, but it's everything. Your current results are a perfect mirror of your current mindset. So if you want new results, you can't just hustle harder, you actually have to think differently. You need a completely new framework.
And that leads us right into our first big idea. This is an inside game. It's so tempting to chase the latest tactics and strategies, but the real war for success, that's won or lost right between your ears.
Now, check this out, because this is where it gets really interesting. We're talking about a 90-10 split. 90% of your success comes down to personal development. It's about what you're thinking, what you're consuming every day, and what you choose to believe is possible. That other 10%? That's just the how-to stuff, the tactics.
And this is the core principle right here. Real growth isn't about just piling more stuff on top of a weak foundation. It's about having the courage to tear down your old beliefs and replace them with new, way more powerful information.
So, what is this new framework? Well, we call it the movie studio mindset. And this is the fundamental shift from just randomly posting stuff to intentionally directing your entire narrative.
Think about it for a second. A movie director doesn't just randomly point a camera and hope for the best, right? No way. They choose the characters, they craft the storyline, they set the mood for every single scene. They're intentional about every frame. That's the level of command we're aiming for.
And here's how this actually breaks down in a practical way. Your pieces of content, those are now the episodes in your show. You and your audience, you're the characters, each playing a role. And your core message, the thing you stand for, that's the storyline that ties it all together.
Okay, so let's get practical. How do you start applying this? Well, once you decide you're the director, you have to get comfortable with the spotlight. You have to embrace being seen and choose what kind of character you're going to play.
The second you put your work out into the world, you are on stage. You are under a microscope. And that's not something to be afraid of. It's a reality you can actually use. See, being judged, whether it's positive or negative, it means you're being seen. And being seen is always the first step.
And when you're in that spotlight, you have a really big choice to make. You can either be a fault finder, that's the person who just complains and points out what's wrong. Or you can be a problem solver, someone who sees those exact same faults but uses their platform to build valuable solutions. That second path, that's where all the influence is.
Now here's a key thing to remember, and it's a trap a lot of people fall into. Not everyone is going to see the value in what you're offering. And you know what? That's totally fine. Your job isn't to convince everybody. It's to attract the people who already get it. That's your audience.
So once you start attracting those right people, how do you keep them? Well, it leads right into our next point. You don't get them with one viral hit. You earn their trust by building a consistent story over time, just like a killer TV show. I want you to think about your favorite show. Episode 1 sets the scene. Episode 2 builds on the core themes. And by the third or fourth episode, you get the characters, you know what they're about, and you can almost predict their next move. That predictability isn't boring. It's what creates a real connection. It builds trust.
But here is the secret sauce. This is the magic formula. You want them to predict your message, but you want them to stay curious about your delivery. They should always know what you stand for, but be excited to see how you're going to say it in your next episode.
And this just hammers home a really tough but critical rule of being visible. Look, getting negative comments can sting, for sure, but it means people are actually paying attention. The real enemy, the true sign that you're failing, is being completely invisible. Because no attention means absolutely no growth.
All right, you ready to go next level? Because this is where the master directors play. They don't just react to the scene that's happening right now, they see 3 scenes ahead. They understand the message behind the message. This is all about foresight. So let's look at a classic real-world example you see in the news all the time. On day 1, all the news is focused on official A. Then day 2, bam, out of nowhere the headline is that a totally different person, official B, just got fired. Then by day 3, the real story comes out explaining the actual reason. Most people are just reacting to the daily drama.
And that's the huge difference, isn't it?
Most people are just passengers, reacting to the headlines of the day. They see the firing and they're shocked. But winners, the directors, they learn to anticipate these moves. They see the patterns and they understand where the story is really going.
This is how you can train your brain to see what's really going on. Start breaking down everything you see like this. First, look for the hook. That's the sensational headline designed to grab you. Then look for the narrative, the official story, the spin. And finally, you have to dig for the message, the true underlying reason for what's happening. If you practice this, you will start to see the world in a whole new way.
And if we go back to that political story, the official was removed not for something they did, but for something they failed to do. And this points to a universal truth for any of us. Failing to meet expectations, failing to deliver, failing to be consistent, that inaction has massive consequences.
So, let's bring this all home. This isn't about being a passive person just consuming information or being a random creator just throwing stuff out there. It's about taking the reins. It's about deciding to be the director of your own story.
So to recap the entire movie studio mindset, you got to think deeper than the surface level stuff. Start seeing the patterns that everybody else misses. Build that trust through consistency. Be bold enough to actually get noticed. And above all else, always deliver real value that solves problems.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. Take a hard look at what you're doing right now. Are you truly directing your story with intention, or are you just another actor in the crowd, posting randomly and just hoping for the best? The choice, like always, is yours to make.
They keep telling you, stay motivated. Watch this. Listen to that. Get inspired. But what happens when the video ends? When the music fades? When nobody's clapping, watching, or waiting for you to win? What moves you then? I used to run on borrowed energy, quotes, speeches, people hyping me, yeah. Felt unstoppable for a moment, then I'd crash, like it was never in me. That's the problem with external fuel. It burn quick, don't last, don't rule. You dependent on a source outside, so when it disappears, so do you. I was chasing feelings, not building fire, waiting to feel ready instead of climbing higher. But readiness ain't a mood you catch, it's a discipline you wire. So I had to ask myself something different. If nobody ever told me keep going, would I answer that honestly? I realize purpose don't scream, it whispers. It ain't in the crowd, it's found in the mirror. It ain't in applause or validation checks. It's in what you do when there's nothing to flex. Motivation temporary, purpose permanent. One phase away, the other's inherent. You don't wake up feeling it every day, but purpose don't care how you feel anyway. It moves through you even when you're tired, even when life feels misaligned and wired. It's that quiet push you can't explain. Let's say do it again through the doubt and pain. So I stopped asking how do I feel and started asking what's real, what's mine to build, what's mine to create. That's when I found something stronger than fate. I don't need a reason, I am the reason. I am the reason. I don't need the feeling, I don't need the feeling. I move with meaning. No more waiting, no more waiting, no more chasing, no more chasing. Internal driver, that's what's leading. Yeah. Now I move like it's already decided. No hesitation, no need to be guided. I built a system inside of my soul that don't break down when I'm losing control. External noise don't shake my direction. I learned to operate without the connection. Not disconnected but self-sustained. Energy internal, never drained. I don't need hype, I don't need cheers. I done built this through blood, sweat, tears. Every rep carved into my frame. Now discipline calling me by name. This is what it look like when purpose drive. You ain't just working, you feel alive. Even in struggle there's something deeper. You not just moving, you moving with meaning. Listen close. Purpose don't shout, it pulls. It don't beg, it demands. And once you feel it, you can't go back. There's gonna be days you don't feel like it. Do it anyway. There's gonna be days you question everything. Keep going anyway. Because the ones who make it ain't the most motivated. They the most committed to something deeper than motivation. That's what's leading. When the world go quiet, when the noise disappear, when nobody's watching, that's when you find out if you really got it, or if you was just borrowing it. Borrowing it.
You ever notice something about New York? That train don't wait for nobody. You can hear it come and feel the ground shaking, doors open for a few seconds, then it's gone. And life worked the same exact way. See? Some of y'all been standing on the platform your whole life, watching opportunities pull up, watching other people step on, watching people change their life, while you keep telling yourself, maybe next month. Maybe when I'm ready, maybe when I got more money, maybe when things calm down. But opportunities got a schedule, and fear got people missing trains they prayed for. I remember when I first started trying to build online, I ain't know everything. Matter of fact, I barely knew anything. But I knew one thing for sure, I couldn't keep standing still. See, the people winning right now, they not always smarter. They just move before the doors closed. And that's what separates people in life. Not talent, not luck. Decision speed. Some people spend their whole life overthinking until opportunity becomes somebody else's testimony. The train never waits. Question is, how many more opportunities you gonna watch leave without you? Comment hustle if you ready to stop standing on the platform. Welcome to the Hustleverse, where creativity clocks in and excuses clock out.
I give you food for action, don't choke on the truth. This lesson I prepare was made just for you. Feast up, I'll keep serving till the pot run dry. Got enough cooking to feed the whole country, no lie. Too many flavors, you know, I got what you like. Don't start beefing with me, you won't win this fight. If you come in peace, keep your teeth intact. I got a plan to get this cake, come grab a stack. Life could be sweet, if you listen, you'll see. Food for action on a platter, served fresh by me. I'm serving knowledge on plates, got the recipe down. A blend of hustle and wisdom, that's my sound. I'm feeding the masses, no crumbs, full course. But if you bring nothing to the table, find the door. Stop acting like you got beef, it won't taste right. This flavor's reserved for those ready.
Okay, family, we are live. We are live. And once again, I want to welcome you guys back to another episode of the Hustlers 10 Minute a Day Challenge. Today is day Well, it's strong 49, day 4, and we are right at 15 minutes into today's challenge. Now, today, I'm not going to keep you too long. And I absolutely promise that, because I have some work being done here at home this morning, and I got a surprise, earlier than I expected. So we're going to make this quick and straight to the point as we pull back the curtain. And hopefully you guys have taken part in the 10-minute a day challenge, the actual challenge itself. So it's designed for you to be able to take part in that challenge, during that intro section, during the time where you're able to listen and just focus and listen to the information, the helpful information that's going to help you on your online journey. But you're also supposed to be accessing the most valuable document in all of online marketing so that you can get to the task at hand. And you should be able to complete this task in less than 10 minutes. We have all of the steps here. We have all of the tools that you need in order to start the challenge and complete it. And within a few minutes, you will have your own personal song, your own personal message that you can share with your audience so that whatever it is, whatever product or service you are promoting, this can be part of your promotional tool set. So this is what we're doing. We're creating something different inside the Hustleverse. We're creating something that most other people will never get the chance to access. And even if other people have chance to access all of these particular tools that we are using, it's all about the creativity. Most people will not think of creating a system with a blueprint like ours to use it in a way that's helpful and beneficial to their online business. So that's the benefit that we have. So you should be going through this document and, absolutely doing the challenge within the 10-minute structure. And if the link to the document isn't in the chat section or the comment section, I'm going to make sure that the link to the document is there. And I have so many links to different documents, but this one right here, the most valuable document in all of online marketing, I always try to keep that at the forefront of my mind and on one of my other favorite tools, right? Which is absolutely free for just about anybody with a laptop, desktop, or even a cell phone. It's called the Notepad tool, and it's already pre-installed on any of your devices. So you definitely want to be able to use that to your benefit. And I'm getting the link to the document right now. And I'm just making sure that I actually post it again into the comment section. And in the midst of everything that I have going on this morning, I didn't even check to make sure that Facebook wasn't doing what Facebook sometimes does, which is, sometimes it doesn't post my live directly to the group. So for the most part, YouTube is pretty consistent. YouTube is pretty straightforward. Um, you press go, and YouTube is pretty much doing what YouTube is supposed to do. So that's what I love about that, and it gets the job done. So if a person misses us in the private group, then they can actually catch us in our YouTube channel. For now, temporarily, right? Because the purpose is that these challenges that we do on a daily basis, we want to make sure that, the right people get the message, the right people are actually taking part in the challenge, and, everybody's using it to their benefit. Now, as I just double checked, Facebook is possibly doing what Facebook does, and it might not be sharing this particular live to the private group. So I'm going to make sure that we have it listed there in the group. It shows on my cell phone that yes, I am live. So Facebook recognizes that I am live, but sometimes, like I mentioned, they don't particularly show the live in the group. So let's make sure that that link is there. And awesome, awesome. So once again, your main job is to make sure that you're doing the challenge. And not only is it fun and creative, and it's something that gives you something that you actually own, something that is yours, something that's creative and different, but it also helps you build what is necessary in order to have a profitable, successful online business. And it's that consistency factor. See, most people struggle is that they're not consistent with anything. So if you can start to build that consistency muscle and start getting used to doing something on a daily basis, meaning showing up no matter what, just like me. I got a knock on my door um, before it was time to go live, about 5 or so minutes before, and I said, "Hey, I can't not show up." So I told the workers that, "Hey, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to give me some time. You're gonna have to go take care of something on the outside first, and then you'll be able to come on the inside. But I have a job to do. I have to show up. And this consistency thing that I'm on, I won't let anything, interrupt that. Anything short of, uh, catastrophic situation, right? So that's just in me. And hopefully it's in you. You need to have that internal driver that says, no matter what, I'm not going to make any excuses. I'm not going to let go of my dreams and my goals. I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm not going to be indecisive. I'm not going to be skeptical about whatever opportunity that I know for a fact is going to help me reach the next level. I'm not going to let any of those things affect me and have me miss out on the opportunity. So I just wanted to come to you guys with that quick message, right? Because even though we're not going long today, we're still showing up. And today, later on at 2 p.m. EST time, we're going to show up again because we have a live training that's being hosted by my business partner, Mr. Wayne Crow, and he's going to have a special guest on. And, you know, today, it's kind of like that movie studio mindset. I always say when you show up somewhere and you be prepared for something, then the opportunity comes later on. You're already ready. So I've already been in the movie studio mindset for the longest now, right? It takes other people a long time to catch up to where I'm currently at. And, that's okay. Everybody can't be where you are when you are there. But if you're there first, if you're at the front of the class, if you're getting the message in the lessons and you're putting in the work and you're prepared, then when the opportunity comes, you can lead the pack. So today's live training, the title is How to Make TV Quality Video Without a Camera, a Studio, or Showing Your Face. Now that title right there alone, you know, that could be a training that I created, with that title because movie studio, TV quality. You was watching that internal video, internal driver video, right? So this right here sounds like me all day, every day. So I've been here and I've been that. So this right here should be an interesting training to see what additional information I can get from this training. And it says here, the bloke who has spent 26 years filming Taskmaster, X Factor, and Strictly Come Dancing is going live with our community to show you how to make cinema grade video using AI. Okay, so we're going to learn from somebody that's been in the industry for over 26 years, filming, making films, being part of some big name shows and things like that. I think just about everybody is familiar with X Factor. I'm definitely familiar with X Factor. But having a person that's been in the industry for all this time, being able to share with you the helpful information about making TV quality video and helping you create that for your content, or if you just want to make your own TV shows or even movies, right? It says here, no camera, no studio, no editing experience without ever putting your face on screen. So that's what we've been doing here inside the Hustleverse for the longest. So you should be already in tune with, you know, doing these type of things. You've seen my content. Hopefully you've engaged with my content. Hopefully you said to yourself, hey, I like that. I want to learn how to create videos myself. And hopefully you've gotten access to some of my personal trainings, like my magnetic content creation training that teaches you about the same tool that I use on a daily basis to make videos such as that internal driver, cinematic, film style music video. So now is the time. The opportunity has just arrived. It arrived here today, Thursday at 2 p.m. EST time, and we should have already been prepared for this moment. I know I'm prepared for it. I've been prepared for it. So the information that I get from this right here is just going to add an extra layer of skills on top of what I already do. So with that, as I promised, I'm not going to keep you guys too long. We're going to close out as we always do, but I want to encourage you guys to tap in with us. The link to the most valuable document in all of online marketing is in the chat section. So you have access to the document so that you can be part of our amazing system. And once when you get access to the document, the link to actually be part of everything we have going on is right here. So all you have to do is click it and get started and show up and take action on this Action Taken Thursday. So with that, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Once again, comment hustle if you are a real hustler and you're looking to build something fun and creative. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the inside. And, enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you at 2 p.m. EST time. So let me pull up that closing video as we always do. I'm going to fade to the back and see you in the next video.
Woke up to silence, dreams still heavy. Phone screen dry, but my vision stays steady. Mama said, baby, that job ain't your lane. But I clocked in anyway, chasing someone else's gain. That got me dancing with denial at night. Scrolling for hope, but it's hidden from sight. 10 minutes a day, sounded small at first. But in silence, even whispers can quench a thirst. Notebook in hand, wrote my future in ink. Mapped out my mission before I started to sink. Every post was a prayer, every share had weight. I wasn't selling a link, I was shifting fate. I found my rhythm in the quietest place, where hustle meant healing and grind meant grace. From the corner of doubt, I carved my space. Legacy ain't loud, but it wins the race. 10 minutes a day, brick by brick, built from the bottom, now the vision stick. No hype, no cap, just clarity. This ain't just income, it's legacy. Every click, every song I create etches my name where they can't erase. You can doubt, but you gon' see. says she doing too much. To my PayPal ping, then they changed up the touch. No big brand, no six-figure crew, just a mic, some lyrics, and a dream that grew. Tired of waiting for the gatekeeper's call, so I built my own stage, held my own hall. Suno on deck, that's the beat in my chest. GPT spitting like I'm born to impress. Said I'd never make it, cool, noted. But now my bars turn pain into coated. From broken to branded, I ain't asked for fame, I asked for freedom and I claim my name now. Hustle berry on loop like healing chance for the girls who grew up with limited chance. This is more than a challenge, it's breaking the chain. Cause 10 minutes a day rewired my brain. 10 minutes a day, brick by brick, built from the bottom. Now the vision stick, no hype, no cap, just clarity. This ain't just income, it's legacy. Every click, every song I create etches my name where they can't erase. You can doubt, but you gon' see. 10 minutes a day turned into legacy. Now my daughter sees me different, eyes full of fire. She said, Ma, your words lift me higher. This ain't a hustle, this a heart-led path, where math meets message and message meets math. Community over clicks, value over hype. I ain't here to trend, I'm here to type blueprints for the ones still stuck in fear. Let them borrow my belief till their purpose clear. Haters still quiet, but I'm loud with grace. Posting in peace, not a mask on my face. Every bar